Hi, Happy New Year. Um, so it looks like we have the start of a new chapter, and well, at least that's what a lot of people, that's what they've been saying ever since, the Big Apple fell. um, Me personally, I try to have a New Year's resolution every year, but what actually most importantly, I try to have a resolution for every new day that I wake up in. And mine right now is to try to give back out to the world as far as help and also positive energy, and also trying to build a strong level of, things like self fulfillment. And doing those things, I think that's going to be hard work this year, and I can't wait to see where it's going to take me. I know one thing, it's real easy to get wrapped up in your own personal life, and you no longer pay attention to things like self happiness, and maybe even trying to help other people. Um, it's very easy to get distracted and really just drawn away from what makes you feel complete in life. And things are always in the making, and um, we have to always try to go with the flow in life. But I do believe that we as people have a personal responsibility to build a higher level for ourselves as far as, you know, happiness and making the world a better place. Maybe even just starting with your community. Um, One thing that really made me happy so far was actually coming towards the end of '09, was I got involved with a nonprofit with some family members of mine. And ever since I started that, that really made me feel like I have a good, um, positive foundation to live off of. And it actually gives off to people, makes them feel good about, their life. And we all come together to guide each other. Because it's hard to find guidance out there in the world, especially right now. Guidance is something that we all need. We need confidence. We need a sense of overall security. So those are some things, some basic fundamental things that I've been thinking about since the holiday began. And of course, I've thought about those things off and on my whole life, and I'm sure that everybody else has too. I'm sure that to certain levels, we tried to build towards that, but then there was a lot of other times where we just got, completely sidetracked on our own personal sense of belonging and direction. And we get wrapped up in trying to make money, trying to pay bills, trying to make other people happy, trying to do what other people think that we should do, you know, trying to fall in love, and then you don't see your friends for a long time. But getting back to the topic, yeah, self-happiness and, fulfillment, that's something that's actually the most important thing to me right now. That was my New Year's resolution, was to start this year off in a way that I would send out good positive vibes to people, and I would actually physically be in that same space where other people were talking about this, and also trying to help people, like, say, young children. It's one thing that our nonprofit does. We facilitate martial arts for them. We talk to them. We help them out with their homework. And it's just a phenomenal thing overall because, I mean, children are the future. And of course, you've heard that being said a lot of times before, but it's true in one aspect for sure, because they are the next, chapter. And what we're doing today is we're laying down whatever foundation that they will be forced to live out when they get older. We remember when we were kids, we needed the same guidance. We needed it from schools. We needed it from our home. We needed it from friends and mentors. Most of us didn't have a high level of guidance, but some people did. Um, Me, I found my guidance from a lot of elders, and, my parents included. I mean, I was lucky. I grew up in a good home. Um, but there was a lot of kids I was with back in the '09 year um, that didn't have good homes and didn't have, positive neighborhoods. Um, but so it made me feel good that I was able to be a part of their life. And even if I just gave like an hour of my time or just maybe like a couple hours of my time, I mean, it was still something. And it was something that they would always know and have in their minds. We're really creating memories for them to live off of. I say all the time that the greatest gift that you can give somebody is you got to give them some kind of a memory. It's not a physical object, but it's something that they can always hold. And it's funny because most of, or I don't want to say, just most, but every physical object we can't hold on to, forever. It always slips away from us. So we're all trying to look for something in life that we can hold on to, forever. And I thought very, very closely on what that would be. And, for me, that would be things like personal fulfillment and really something that would touch our soul. And knowing that you can hold something like that, because I believe that God, takes care of our souls. Therefore, that is the one thing that will never end, and everything else will end. We have a body that will decay and break down one day, no matter how well we take care of it. It's just a constant idea that I have to live with because I take good care of myself and I exercise and I do everything right for that aspect. At least I try to. But I know that my body's not going to last forever. I'll be dead one day. And I imagine the last 5 minutes of my life, I'll be reflecting on what I did in my life to make it something worthwhile. So that's an important thing for, I think, all of us to seriously sit down and meditate on, because that's the one thing that we'll always be able to take with us no matter where we're at or, what we're doing. So that was the thought for today. I hope that if you come across this, it's able to guide you to somewhere good and positive. And it was nice to leave this message for you. Okay, God bless. Take care.